Welcome back to Out of Spec. We are here once again at Lightship RV, conveniently in Colorado, which is where I live. So you guys are kind of right down the road from me. And I'm excited because me and Scott will be in this video looking at the Lightship RV, which we've covered before on the Out of Spec channels, but we now have a new trim here. We have actually discussion of the various trim levels. We're actually in a production facility, which will also be its own video. And we're getting me and Scott's impressions of the Lightship RV. Scott, especially being one of our resident camping enthusiasts. So that'll be a lot of fun. We've got Ben here, co-founder and CPO. I think this will be really interesting and I'm super intrigued. I've seen this at CES in various early stages, but I didn't see the Cosmos edition yet. So it's gonna be cool to see kind of the more production ready version.
Cool. Well, Jordan, welcome.
Great to see you
as well. Excited to tell you guys all the latest.
Yeah. So before we bring Scott in, we'll do a quick magic switcheroo thing here in a second, but wanted to mention this is the Atmos trim. So you guys started with, actually initially started with showing off kind of a concept vehicle, which, what was that called?
Yeah, way back when, 2023, we unveiled what, I guess we didn't really name it externally, but we called it our Alpha vehicle. It was a functional prototype, but not durable, and we had not built it ourselves. We worked with basically a show car builder to build it in Los Angeles, and we flatbed towed it out to Austin, Texas for the 2023 South by. I can now tell you a fun startup story in retrospect where this one-off trailer was so fresh by the time it got to South by that some of the windows, the glue was coming off because it was like 100 and something degrees and humid in Austin. And so the night before South by, we were reapplying glue to the windows as Silicon Valley Bank had a whole raft of its own troubles unfolding. And it was a true startup moment. And we still luckily managed to nail the launch. And so that generated a bunch of buzz and sort of gave us enough confidence to go build a real product of it.
Makes sense. I live for those startup stories. Everyone goes through stuff like that. Just doesn't always make news or headlines or anything because you don't really want it to early on. But
I'll show you the video after.
It's cool. I think it's cool now to see like this is more customer representative of what you'd actually get. And it's one thing to see them in startup phase, concept phase, but it's another thing to see them kind of in this, factory, for lack of a better term, of actual production vehicles being built.
And even this is still a prototype. It shows the new exterior color palette or one of the three options for the Atmos. And I can take you through it at a high level. I think you will see really awesome differences between this and the production vehicles that are out on the build floor now. The bones of this prototype vehicle we built and we designed about a year ago and have really re-engineered a lot of the parts since then for even greater durability, assemblability, cost, of course. And what we're building today is pretty awesome, and I'm psyched to talk about the new offerings too.
So over on Out of Spec Reviews, Kyle had a whole deep dive on the Cosmos, which was kind of your initial kind of founder series level trailer, where you're hand building a few to go to kind of early stakeholders of like people who are helping kind of create the company, for lack of a better term, because they're really investing money and time and interest into taking delivery of the handful of, 12 maybe?
Around a dozen. I mean, we think of the Cosmos owners as they're the closest thing to being on the team and still not having been on the team. They're people who we never knew them before this, but they just came to us so excited about the sort of like the idea that we had unveiled, and they showed us how excited we were, and then we said, okay, we're gonna give you the earliest priority to get the very first units built. Do a lot of almost like product development with them in the sense that those dozen people, like I've got all of them on speed dial. I know their families' names. I'm gonna be hearing every trip story that they have. How did it go? What would you have changed? And just continuing to make this better, kind of in partnership with them.
Yeah, that's really cool. And they're essentially fully loaded. I mean,
yeah.
kind of max spec, everything you can get, which kind of makes sense. You really want to, I guess, reward the people who are really interested early on, like you said. And then that brings us to kind of the next trims. And like a lot of other companies, it's common to start with kind of higher up trims, get those sorted, and then as you guys expand, figure out your growth, your production capacity, how to build things more efficiently, parts and supply chain and everything. As you figure that out, that naturally drives some of the costs down from that side, which also helps you bring more attainably priced units to market.
Right.
So starting with Cosmos, but now we have the Atmos behind us, like you said, which is 3 new colorways on the exterior, 2 colorways on the interior, and we'll look at that in a second physically. There's also below Atmos, which will come later. It's kind of a trickle-down effect, so you're building Atmos first. Well, before we get to this, you're building the Cosmos ones right now for delivery. Is that going to be this year?
Yeah, so this, flash forward to present from that launch, from building the prototype vehicles, including the one that we sat in a few months ago. Now, we've reached this pretty amazing moment that we've been working for almost 5 years to get to, which is the start of serial production. And we've timed that start of serial production with the unveil of 2 new, more kind of, I'm not going to say mass production, but serially oriented trims, ones that are more for the bulk of the buyers for an AE1. Those 2 trims are Atmos and Panos, and we've also kind of teased a third trim that'll come in 2027 called Terros.
Cool.
Atmos and Panos are what are available today to purchase. We're starting to build Atmos production vehicles early next year, and Panos will follow about a half a year later. Atmos is fully loaded from a powertrain standpoint as well. It gets a luxurious interior like the one that we built into Cosmos. It's a fully loaded kind of premium trim. Panos is maybe a stair step down, both in terms of I guess kind of like price and value. Panos has a different interior. It's really cool. It's kind of camping inspired. Less of a slant towards real kind of like off-grid luxury, and more towards like we're camping. Maybe it's a family who buys a Panos. Where Atmos, the fully loaded weight is about 8,200 pounds, so it's truck towable. You'd want a full-size truck to be able to pull it. Panos comes in around 7,700 fully loaded, so we start to capture some of the SUVs that
Rivian R1S customers.
for example. Panos, however, has a smaller powertrain, or maybe a smaller power system overall, so it has the different kind of more essentials focused interior, and about half the solar, half the battery. Still has the Trek Drive system, which you'll recall from the last video is our novel trailer propulsion system. It's the assist that the trailer gives to the truck that's pulling it. Of course, it won't have as much range on a Panos because it is a smaller power system overall, whereas Atmos is like, this is the 300-mile beast.
Right, it'll help. Like you said, range is such a talking point, especially once you consider towing. But if you have a system like this to ease that range anxiety, for lack of a better term, that makes a big difference and really helps you get a lot further off grid than maybe you would have. We still have a pretty nerd captive audience who would still figure it out. And even if it's like topping level 1, level 2 chargers throughout the wilderness, but having the solar, having the Trek Drive system to get you a bit further does make a big difference.
Yeah, and actually that's even been our tagline for Atmos is go further, because it is fully loaded with power system. We also, knowing that this is probably the trim level that people are going to do the really long haul road trips with, we added in a what we call the premium towing package, which is things like a weight distribution hitch, 270-degree cameras all around, and a few other things to suit this well to the really long distance road trip use.
Yeah. I was going to ask, with the 270-degree camera system, does that interface directly with vehicles in any way, or how is that beneficial to the customer while towing from a usability perspective?
Right now, the way it works is that it streams over Wi-Fi. So when we go in, I'll show you, we have the Atlas tablet. That infotainment system is one that is detachable, of course, as a tablet. So you'd take it up to the truck, mount it in the cabin as well. It's about a 7-inch tablet, so you can fit it in a couple areas on most truck consoles, and you would stream, you know, what kind of live. The
kids would just be glued to that, looking at the rear camera views. Yeah,
probably true.
So
maybe we'll do a version in time where you can also hardwire the truck to the trailer. Some trucks have an auxiliary input. As
a lot of
Sorry.
Scott definitely knows.
I regularly watch my horses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, GM does that too. Yeah. So
maybe we do that at some point. But a goal of ours to start with was to be as compatible as possible with all the trucks that are out there. And so this was a thought, even with the Trek Drive system as well, where we could have electrically connected the truck to the trailer, put their batteries together, but then you can't guarantee that every truck is going to be compatible with a system like that either right out of the gate. So we went for a more of like a physics-based approach, doing force sensing to synchronize the truck with the trailer. Similar idea with the cameras.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then with the Panos trim, with Atmos here, 3 different exterior colors, 2 interior colors. Panos then has 2 other unique exterior colors.
Actually, the exterior colors are common between Atmos and Panos. Yeah, exactly. Basically, that's a really good way of describing it. The Atmos has 3 new exterior colors, and then we pare down to 2 of those available in Panos. On the interiors, they are truly unique between the 2 of them. So Atmos has two interior colors, and then there's a third separate interior design and color way for Panos.
And then you don't have many details on the future most entry-level trim, I'm guessing?
Not a ton to share yet. The thing that we've already publicized around Terros is that it's going to be without the Trek Drive system, so you still get all electric camping, and you still have a solar and a battery system to run all of your appliances, but it doesn't come with the assist.
Cool.
That'll be sort of the entry level.
Right. And then, first of all, congrats on the new website, which is up like right before we're filming this video, which has more details. We'll throw some of that on the screen as well, just to kind of show some of the colors, because it's easier than just trying to show everything physically. But also, pricing wise, really high level. I mean, what are we looking at with, the 2 trims so far, Atmos and Panos?
Yeah, I'll tell you. It's laid out. We're really proud of the new website. I think it's a big kind of step forward for us in just really deftly communicating the story of the company and what's possible now. It's a more kind of action-oriented website as well, because we're finally in production, so we're able to like make that call to action to people who are learning about this for the first time. Atmos sells at $184, starts at $184, and there's a couple of options that you can add in. Things like a lofted bed, for instance. We call it the Summit Sleeper. Drops out of the center ceiling, and it gets you from 4 sleeping areas between the lounge, the switchback lounge area, and the dining table, to now up to 6. You can put a couple kids up there. That and a couple of other options will stack on top of that, the base price for the Atmos. So $184, $151 is Panos. So that's as you're subtracting some of the content to get to that more accessible version.
Right. And I know you're not talking Terros too much, but I know when Tesla brought the Model 3 out, they're like, this will eventually hit 35 grand. Is there like a price point that you're like, we're going to be so happy if we hit this, or you're not really sure on that yet?
There is. We've put it on the site. It's 125. 125 is our North Star, where it's like, when we get to that point, there's a really broad audience of folks who can go for that.
Cheaper than a lot of other campers out there. So.
And actually, you just reminded me of a story. A lot of my background and my co-founder, we were both at Tesla for years. He led the finance team there. I was a battery engineer on the Model 3 and Model Y battery pack, and then the origins of the Cybertruck battery as well, using Tesla's in-house battery cell. I spent a bunch of time during the back half of working on the Model 3, working on getting to that standard range car. We had to figure out how to pull enough of the content, enough of the work that was required to build the vehicle out to be able to sell at that kind of halo $35,000 price point, and it took us a couple of years to get to that point, but we eventually got there, and I think it'll be a similar story with Terros. We'll get there.
Yeah.
2027 is when Terros is meant to arrive.
Cool. Well, that'll be a lot of fun to see this iteration of product development. Again, a lot of things on the website. Now I think I should trade places with Scott and get her kind of raw impressions of seeing this for the first time in person as our resident Rivian owner and camping enthusiast.
Surprise, it's me.
What's up, Scott?
Not much. I'm here with Ben, and this is my first time seeing this trailer. I did tell Ben that I had a trailer back in the day, but what I didn't tell him was it was an Airstream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I had that for about, 8 years, and camped in it at least once or twice a month. So
this will be a very good comparison point for you.
Yes, it will.
Then.
So yeah, show me around and we'll see.
Okay, we can blaze around the exterior and then.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen the exterior at all.
Okay, good. This color, the new Atmos color, one of 3, we call Granite Brawn.
Okay.
It's a brown.
It's brown.
But we have one of our longtime industrial designers is named Matt Braun.
Fun. Okay, it's a play on Matt.
Yeah, this is a Easter egg for Matt.
I like
having
that.
done a lot of hard work. So this is Granite Brawn. You can see big open panoramic windows.
Yep. Is this? What is here?
This is called it's a gear rail. This so this is an attachment point for accessories like
a kitchen or something.
Kitchen,
okay.
For instance, and then you get some shade either with the window, or you can use an awning as well. This is just a service panel or an access panel. We put it there. We call it the wheel cover. We put it there both for kind of aerodynamic improvements, and because when the canopy, this top half,
when it comes down,
comes all the way down, you need a place to seal off
so
that the cabin is fully sealed, and so we use that part to do so.
Okay, nice.
And speaking of wheels, Ben, I was curious, even on Terros, are you planning on having a dual axle setup throughout the board? So that's going to be kind of core to Lightship?
Core to the AE1 at least.
Okay.
We were having a conversation about safety earlier.
Yes.
I'm a renegade startup founder in a lot of ways, but not around safety. I think you got to be.
That's fair.
Yeah, you got to be really conservative when you're talking about people's safety, because people are putting their trust in us, and I want to hold that trust for them and their families. So yeah, I think any trailer typically above, you'll know this better than I do, but probably 5,000 pounds or so, you want to have a double axle. Yes. This is in case you have a blowout. You don't want the tail to wag the dog.
Correct.
And so yeah. All of the AE1s built will be on a double axle.
Okay.
Only the rear axle is propelled, and we'll see this in some of the cutaways over there, some of the trailer chassis, but we only needed to push on one of the 2.
Okay.
So the front is just a traditional trailer axle.
Okay. But then, yeah, you mentioned AE1. You also could potentially have products called AE2 or other things down the road.
Yes.
Scott, what does AE stand for? I'm curious if you
This is oh wow.
on the spot.
Flap quiz.
Awesome everything. What does it stand for?
Yeah.
She's taking that.
I mean, we might have to change the name. That was pretty good.
Adventure everywhere.
Okay,
what does it mean?
Sign you up. Aero electric.
Yeah, so that was going to be my third guess.
Third guess.
Real close. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
The idea is every trailer we ever build will be aerodynamic and electric. So we kind of trademarked the AE.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, show me the rest of the exterior.
Step right around. Those slits on the exterior right there are for the actuators that drive the canopy up and down. There's one in each corner, and we actually just put a really cool new video on our updated site that shows a durability test, a cycle test that we did of the canopy actuators.
Were you just going like up,
just
down,
like
up, down?
like Flappy Bird.
Oh yeah,
you know,
I would have liked that
1,000 times. I think we did it over about a day.
Okay.
I think of the canopy lift lower system, that dual mode system, as one of the most amazing things about this, and also the thing that has to work every time. And so we focused a lot on doing testing, both like down to the part level and all the way up to the full vehicle level, so that we're confident that it'll be something that is built to last and you can count on.
You don't get stuck.
Yeah, that'd be a bad day. So not gonna let it happen.
Is this a camera?
Yes, that's one of the 3 lookout cameras.
The 270 cameras. Okay.
Yep, all 3 are fisheye. I'll show you another on the side here, but you can stitch together the view to get a view all the way around.
A view. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Automotive tail lamp. system, like you probably noticed, you won't find this on any trailer to have design integrated tail lamps like this. We even have a reverse light in it,
Nice.
which I think almost no trailers have a backup light built in.
I don't know.
Do they? Have you seen some?
I don't know. Have you?
Okay.
No, actually, I don't know.
No
The
reverse
traditional
light?
Hey, you know more trailers than I do.
I feel like my trailer does have a reverse light.
Okay.
But that might have been installed after the fact by my dad.
Yeah. Oh.
Aftermarket.
Aftermarket. So don't quote me on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got to look into it. This one is built in. Let's see. That's the black and gray dump.
Yep.
I can show it to you. We've made some revisions
That's
to
your
it.
nasty water.
Yep. That's where all the all the stuff comes out.
Yep.
Most fun part of
Where
our
the magic happens.
Yeah. Yeah. And I quote. These two windows, or I should say this window and the one back in the kitchen there.
They
open
pop
as well.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get a gazebo
Nice.
feel, open air all the
Get
way
a little
through.
cross breeze.
Yes, totally. Gear storage area. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I found it.
Yeah, that's the lookout camera. It's pretty well built into the body.
Is this
Big-
just storage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Huge pass-through
You
garage.
fit like 2 bodies in there.
At least probably 5. We can try. We gotta try.
What kind of testing are you doing?
I'm just saying, maximum space.
Oh, this is sweet.
Yeah, isn't this fun?
Yeah.
This is part of the.
Sign to
We
build
called these
together.
our B1 Beta 1 builds, and yeah, everybody had to
Cool.
get their name on it. One thing you'll see that's different between this and the production version is that we had a lid for the freshwater fill, and
Okay.
have since gotten rid of this because it was extraneous.
Okay.
Power hub area. So this is where you North American charging standard
Nax.
NACS native. Our
Another T-shirt design idea.
I know.
NACS native.
I'm racking up the merch.
Is it hyphenated or not? I don't know. I think it's part of our because we have the Tesla history that biased us towards this, but we also just saw the writing on the wall. I think it is
Yeah.
a better charge connector.
You're already better than my car, so.
Okay. They're adapters. Sorry, adapter life.
What's this?
This is cool. So this is the power takeoff.
Okay.
So this is how you can pull up to 10 kilowatts of power off the
Sweet.
vehicle. 240 volt plug. You could level 2 charge your R1S off
Yes.
it.
I only learned yesterday that things like this can charge other things. Yeah.
Yeah, so vehicle to load functionality. Do you also have like vehicle to home, vehicle to grid planned out?
We
Or
do.
thought?
We do. The phase 1, if you call it that, is that you use it like a backup generator for your house,
Yep.
for
Okay.
instance. So grid goes down.
Also learned that yesterday.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Well, the cool thing about doing it with a Lightship in particular is that the whole roof is covered in solar. So you have not only a 6 power walls worth of energy on board, you also have a generation system. So this will actually last your home for a while. And you can almost guarantee that if you are home, your trailer is home too, which might not be the
Yes.
case with a passenger car.
Correct.
So yeah, this is where you pull the power off, and then some smaller outlets for the same, pre-wired for Starlink. So you have a spot on the inside for the router if you have a
Perfect.
split Starlink. I think a lot of people are going to be working off grid and want
Yeah.
to hook up Starlink. You'll see huge differences between this prototype and the production system, just in terms of the cleanliness
Okay.
of the wiring. But this is where all the low voltage fusing and junctioning happens. It's also where the HVAC system, the thermal system lives. So this is the heat exchanger for the air conditioner, and some other parts like the
And the leveling system lives in here?
Yeah, exactly.
I know that because it says leveling system.
Yes. Brilliant.
She's a resident expert.
I don't know what I'm looking at, but I know that.
We've since brought that controller up onto the deck
a little
as well.
bit
So you
cleaner.
can, yeah,
I'm
so you
excited
can-
to see that.
Yeah. Other side of the pass-through garage, the garage, you
Yep.
call it.
Garage.
Garage. And then we can go on in.
All right.
Yeah, so pop in. This is the Atlas tablet that we were playing with earlier.
Yep. It's very quick.
Yeah. Yeah, that was key for us, was to
Where was it? The foot strip was what I was messing with. First of all, I can just make it blue.
yeah, exactly.
Ah,
Nice.
there we go.
Yeah. So cool light all around. We for a while we talked about having a party mode where you've got
Oh, like
RGB,
lights. Yeah,
every color.
Absolutely. Then you could take this to Burning Man.
Yeah. Actually, do you want to hear something really funny?
Absolutely.
I won't out his name, but one of our first Cosmos customers is taking it to Burning Man next week. Oh, I'll see you there because I'm going, and my wife and I are kind of chaperoning him out there. And
cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun week.
Awesome. Did you install party mode on that?
No, so sad. But I bet you he's bringing some extra lights.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll still make it cool. You can do your climate control from here, so heating and cooling. Check the status of your doors and windows. This is how you raise and lower the canopy, the top half.
Can you open doors and windows through
Yes. Yeah, you can lock and unlock them.
Lock and unlock, okay.
At least. Yeah, the windows just open kind of like a food truck where it just,
That's what
swings up.
Thought, but I didn't know here. And then this is probably a really silly question, but as far as the exterior, does it sense if somebody's in here?
It doesn't sense if someone is in here, and it's pretty slow. It's about a 2 minute.
All right, so we're not going to get crushed.
No. Yeah, you'd have to like stand against it willingly. We do have sensing on all the corners in case somebody ever got stuck in it, so the motor would feel its effort going up and stop, and then tell you that there's an issue.
Does it tell you where, or just tell you there is an issue somewhere?
Yes, it would say rear left or passenger left problem. Like, go check it out. There are things like you need to have the bathroom door closed in order to drop it down into the road mode, and so we have a sensor up there to tell you. Yes,
bathroom's open and closed. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so there's kind of a checklist that it'll walk you through, which is not a very long list. Auto leveling built in, like we were talking about. Worst thing in the world is you get to a campsite after dark. You've been driving for 12 hours, and now you need to level your 8,000-pound RV in the dark. So we put in an automatic leveling system. It has 2 jacks 2 feet just behind the rear tires.
Okay.
And it uses the tongue jack on the front and those leveling jacks behind the tires to do the leveling. And then there's stabilizer feet that come out of the front to stop the vehicle from bouncing.
Okay.
We were saying you can see all of the status of your water tanks, how much of my fresh water remains. Black and gray tanks.
The very big freshwater tank.
Yeah, 50 gallons is serious for a 26.5 foot travel trailer. It's probably one of the largest you can find. We knew that with this much power, people would be doing more off-grid camping, and so we oversized the fresh tank, to allow you to stay off-grid longer. Because this is really the limiter. Once power is no longer the limiter,
you run out of water.
Yeah. Especially if you want to take longer showers. Whole energy system. We're working on a way to view your data as well, so you can actually get a sense of how much energy you're using over time on a given trip. And I think we can get pretty smart about this as well, and tell you, you're going to be okay on this trip based on how much energy you used on a similar trip last time. And then just some settings.
Cool.
The main layout, which we already kind of talked through last time, was a lounge area, converts into a slightly larger than queen-sized bed.
Okay. Is it a custom shape? I haven't seen it out.
Yeah,
I'll
show you on one of the other ones. This one's probably not made, but it's a diamond shape.
Okay.
You can imagine, because the trapezoid turns into a diamond.
Cool. Okay.
And yeah, we have a custom bedding set made for it that kind of mimics the shape of it. It's nice. It's a little wider at the hips, which is great because that's where we are the widest, and so you can like really move around in it.
You're not just suction cupped.
That's nice. That's one of the moments where we can mention something different between other trims. Is like this gonna be, future
standard,
like Panos or stuff? Like, will this be more slimmed down? Like, I guess while we're in the interior is a good time to talk about any differences with trims.
Yeah, I'll make a point of that. So this is the Atmos interior that we're in, and this is the switchback lounge that you're looking at. So it is a convertible lounge that goes between a love seat with some stadium seating up above, which kids and dogs absolutely love.
Oh, my
by
dog
the way,
would go nuts.
Yeah, they all go there. Like first thing when they get into it. This switchback lounge on the Panos interior is replaced by a more traditional fixed bed.
Okay.
It's a kind of squared off or a rectangular queen-sized bed.
Okay. How durable is this fabric if people are stepping up here to get up there?
Well, let's see. We've put at least 10,000 miles on this vehicle, and we've probably had just as many people through it because we've been to many shows with it.
Yeah.
And I've had like in this very vehicle, I've had a lot of little kids in their
I was
like
thinking
tight,
of littles
tight shoes.
and just tearing it up.
Totally.
Or like dog nails, but it looks pretty good if you've had it that long.
Yeah, this has done some serious work, and we're pretty happy with how it's holding up. You can see little stains here and there. It steam cleans nicely.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a cool material. It's a combination of recycled PET plastic and sheep's wool. The sheep's wool gives you the softness, and the PET is kind of the foundation.
That gives you the strength.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Is
work well for us.
What's under? Just more space.
Yeah, bunch more storage.
Yay.
Shoe garages on either side, and then usually people put their luggage or their bags down below the love seat.
Cool.
This table, of course, acts as a dining table, and then you can basically pull it down, and this becomes your second sleeping surface with the bedding underneath there. So these cushions extend the sleeping surface to be about a full-sized bed for kids.
And then when we were talking about a drop-down option,
Yes.
it's like these 3 panel?
Yeah.
Ish.
Roughly above this bed, basically?
Exactly. So new to...
How high above this bed is it?
It's cool. You get a full double bunk. So
Okay.
new to Atmos and Panos is our Summit Sleeper. It is a drop-down bed. We took some inspiration from drop-down beds in vans, in Sprinter van conversions, where you hit a button, it comes right out of the ceiling. It's an optional extra available on both. I think families especially will want it because they need some extra sleeping
Yeah, you
space.
mentioned like 2 littles could sleep in it, or 1 full-size adult.
Right. It's roughly a twin-sized bed. So yeah, two tykes, maybe foot to foot.
Yeah.
Or 1 adult, and the headliner gets configured to accept that sleeper, and we put it. One of the reasons we put it in a center here is so that you could have 2 sets of people both in there, and you can still sit up.
That was going to be my question. I'm going to be smacking into somebody's butt, but I guess not.
Yeah, I think you've got about a 3 feet of headroom on both.
Okay.
That's in part because you'll remember this from your Airstream. This is probably about a foot, actually a little more than a foot taller than in the Airstream.
I can't reach it, so that's better.
Yeah. And one thing that I like is you can imagine maybe you've already put the kids to bed up in the Summit Sleeper, and you're doing one more thing, like you're on your laptop in the kitchen area, or excuse me, in the dining area. You could still be sitting in the dining area,
and
even with the bed over top.
Cool.
It won't impede the flow through the space because it's in the same zone here.
I have a question about this. This is this phone charger, wireless charging? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's a device catch-all zone with two wireless charging pads.
Sweet.
Bunch of storage down the length here, and we have custom adventure bags that can go into this space to act like a packing cube, so you can organize your stuff.
Did I think this would be changing, or is this going to stay the same?
For Panos, it is a little different. It's more of an open concept as opposed to this kind of fully built console.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Custom built sink.
Yeah, custom.
I learned about this. And you can fit a full dinner plate in it flat.
Let's go. That was key.
That's nice.
Trash area underneath.
Yeah,
it's a push on this side.
Oh. It's a good amount of storage.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We found a lot of areas for sneaky storage. Like, look at the magazine holder here. That holds your window puller. So you pull the windows back in, and it's got nice space for, I don't know, sleeping bags or umbrellas.
Cool.
3-point kitchen layout. This is really popular. Or I think it's been popularized as one of the best kitchen layouts because you can have one person working on one side, another person on the other.
There's enough space.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can also be doing prep or cooking here and have the person pass behind you
and go to the bathroom, which is huge. You got your fridge.
Yeah, it's about a 5
Freezer.
cubic foot fridge.
You can fit like 3 Klondike bars in there.
Oh, at least. maybe 8. Extra spice drawer storage. Probably kitchen implements here. Convection oven microwave, induction cooktop here. You'll see.
I did ask if you could burn this. Not quickly.
You definitely could burn it if you tried. We talked about you can also kind of reseal it with heat. If you put an iron over a scratched portion of it, it'll
reseal.
heal.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then this controlled this light?
Yeah, all the lights have redundant manual controls on them because you're not always going to want to go off your tablet. That one is for the fan. There.
Oh, I was like, no light is changing. Okay.
That's for the exhaust fan. If you tap it, it'll turn off.
Yeah.
And then little bathroom in the back.
Have a little bathroom party. Okay. This is going away.
Yes, exactly. On the production version, we got rid of the pull down shower partition.
Yeah, because poor grandma, she can't pull it down.
Yeah, think of her back. It would never work. Instead, we have a wraparound shower curtain now that fully keeps the water in, and it's otherwise unchanged. Nice thing about that is that the ceiling is now flat as well, so tall people don't need to duck.
You don't have to duck. Yeah, this is a lot of space. This is more height than mine.
Yeah, yeah. Even at the back, which is cool because you can see that the roof slopes down here for the aerodynamic benefit, and yet it's still more than big enough for a 6 footer.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is this? I didn't open this earlier.
This is a push extra, probably towel storage and an extra a vanity basically.
Cool.
And then you've also got dry storage and wet storage here.
Got a plug for your hair dryer.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And you can actually use it off grid for once.
For all those times I'm blow drying my hair out in the desert.
People do it.
And any kitchen differences with like lower trims? Like, are you planning on having a more minimalist approach?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the key thing in the Panos kitchen interior is that these two appliances, both the convection oven microwave and
the dishwasher,
go away to be replaced by extra storage space there, so it becomes more of a DIY zone as opposed to the fully built-in kitchen.
That's more of a rugged camping experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. If it's well said, if it's rugged camping, you might just need a cooktop and a fridge.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I've ever had.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, dishwasher would be nice. Holy cow.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's
I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Colton would need the Atmos. He wouldn't mess with anything lower than that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think I'm an Atmos guy too. But there will be Panos people.
With Panos. I'm a Panos girl.
You're a Panos. Okay. Oh, yeah. So there you go.
I was curious, was there any form of like multimedia as far as speakers or
yeah, good question.
Like music for those music nerds out there?
Yeah, the strategy right now is kind of a BYO strategy. So we part of that is we think that stuff like tablets, like speaker devices, become obsolete so quickly these days that you would rather bring along whatever the latest and greatest Wi-Fi or Bluetooth speaker is.
Okay.
We have the storage site for them. We've actually had really good luck with a Sonos speaker called the Move 2. It pairs very well with this, and you can connect it to the Wi-Fi network that the vehicle itself generates as well. Part of the idea with these gear rails up here is that you can also attach your multimedia to them. So, for instance, one of our Cosmos buyers has mounted a projector up there and then projects down onto the window screen to act as his TV.
That's cool.
Yeah, and we'll have an accessory in time too that is more like a privacy partition that goes cross car, and so you could pull that down halfway and use it as a screen as well to project onto. Cool. So yeah, with electronic devices, it's a BYO approach.
You could have a couple home pods and set them up in Dolby Atmos, and then you're double entendre there.
Yeah, no, stereo sounds.
Cool. Yeah.
Nice. That's good. I missed that.
That's sweet.
Okay, you're both hired.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, Scott, what do you think?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think at some point we're going to have to definitely borrow one and have you really test it out, film your whole experience.
You want to go out, like, way out in the wilderness.
Yeah. I think everyone would be really excited. So I think anyone who's watching, leave comments on things that you'd like to see tested, various scenarios.
Yeah.
We have so many people.
Can you ward off a bear?
Yeah.
from the kitchen.
So many people in the audience with various ideas that we may have not even thought of. I'm sure Lightship has thought of most everything at this point, but hey, you never know.
Probably not, to be honest. I think this is a really cool new phase for the company where we're finally getting these things out into real users' hands.
Like, feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll send you out in a couple months.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well.
Catch me on the next one.
Bye.